I think that was at the start of the video, so you have to edit this one to stop the swearing.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of JD Strength, our first proper video of the new season. Hopefully we can have many seasons of this. But today's topic, we're going to talk about getting back into training after a long time off, and obviously this is very relevant to a lot of us right now, both of us, people all around the world, as a lot of gyms were closed down for a good period, just due to the viral situation in the world. So, Dylan, how do you think people should be getting back into this? Obviously, we were talking before, and you were talking about like a long sort of off-season perspective. What's your point of view?
So a good way to treat this time would be to have a long off-season. You know, I mean, a lot of places aren't going to have a lot of comps coming up in the next few months, but so treat it as an off-season and set some goals in that time. What a lot of people are doing is trying to go for PBs and or max out, seeing where the numbers are. That's silly. Don't do that. That's just a recipe for disaster. What you should be doing is taking things real slow, like sets of like 5 to 8 over a month or 6 week block. Keeping the weights pretty moderate. I would recommend starting like 30% maybe, even less, and hitting like an RPE of 6 to 8 maybe. Like at the end.
That's an absolute. Like if you're hitting an 8, you're probably pushing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like in your last probably week of this first block, it's probably okay.
Yeah.
But you know, starting at 30 to 50% maybe, like from that's a good way to go.
Yeah. And like, what sort of movements do you reckon people should be doing?
Keeping the movements basic and what your main core movements are for your sport. You know, being the squat, bench press, and deadlift. You know, focus on those, get your technique back to where it was, and that will come back quickly. It's not like your body will just forget. Muscle memory is awesome. Focus on those and keep the accessories to 1, maybe 2 movements, and no massive degree separation. You know, like maybe 1 or 2 degree separation.
So, just a quick recap: like 4 to 6 weeks of relatively low intensity training. 5 to 8, keeping things simple, basic movements, just like relearning how to lift effectively, relearning how to move. Like, and you know what, like even people like us, like you'll be surprised how quickly stuff starts to feel like you're a baby giraffe. It feels real unco. And from my side of things, because obviously both of us coach, I've got some people who are going into competition relatively soon. There's a different approach you need to take to that. And it is more aggressive, just for the fact that, you know what, if you're coming out of this and you want to be competing in 10, 11, 12 weeks, which really, that's the soonest you could possibly compete. Like
if your area has it.
Yeah, if your area has it, and honestly most don't. Like competing that soon, even then that's going to be hard. And you really need to approach that with a similar sort of concept to what Dylan said with those first like 4 to 6 weeks. Like you can be starting relatively light, but probably lower repetitions, like probably that 3 to 4, maybe 5 range on those core movements. Hit a bit more set volume, just to make sure that you are relearning the movement. And you'll probably get into this, and you know what, your first couple of weeks could probably feel terrible. Because you are going to be pushing a bit of a higher percentage, a bit of a higher rate of perceived exertion. And from that, honestly, you kind of just have to hold on and hope that that muscle memory kicks in. And you know what? 3, 4, 5 weeks in, you'll all of a sudden be like, why does this feel so much easier? And it's just going to be, it's going to be that point where your body clicks, your technique's clicked, you've re-established those patterns, and you're going to move so much better.
Also, as well, if you are competing soon, don't go, I don't want to do this because I'm going to be weak. I mean, you're probably not going to be super strong. Let's be real. But so is everyone else. Everyone's in the same boat. You know, for the most part, everyone's going to be in that same position.
And this is going to be a good time, honestly, especially if you are one of those people who is struggling for motivation, to set that goal date, being, you know what, I need to be ready by then. So you know what, that's probably going to push you a bit more to get back in the gym and really push. And like that first block, hitting like 4, 5, 6 sets of like 3, 4, 5, just to get yourself moving with relatively, and I definitely say relatively heavy weight, not heavy. Like you don't want to try and kill yourself in that time. You're literally going to push that for like 4, 5 weeks, deload, and peak from there. And the hardest part about this is you're going to be so long from hitting anything truly heavy. I'd recommend for that whole block, start with a single. Like if you're 6 weeks out from the competition, like hit a single like 80%, like something that would usually be a joke, and just hit a single that's just heavier than what you've done before, and walk that single up. Because the big thing you'd be struggling with there is your central nervous system sucking because it hadn't trained ages before, and just acclimatizing the heavy weight. And that's going to be the hard part at that point, is just going to be acclimatizing. You're not going to try and get stronger during that period, because you know what? It's not going to happen. At least muscularly. Central nervously, yeah, it's going to pick up and you'll feel way better. But just hitting consistent singles, getting yourself feeling good, that's going to be the way that you're actually going to be able to get to that end point and lift to at least a reasonable degree. And honestly, once you do get to that comp, play it by ear. Don't sit there going, oh, I need to hit PBs. Go, okay, how did this feel? How much more can I actually do? And you know what? That will save you a ton of injuries. It'll make sure that you're not going in there and coming out of the meet going, I bombed, this is terrible, or I went 3 of 9 and like, why am I doing this? See it as a tune-up. Like, see it as a, okay, this is where I'm actually at after everything that's happened.
A good starting point for the following.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's just going to make it so much better for you mentally, because both of us have spoken about this. Like, this is such a mental game, and you've got to take care of yourself in that sense.
You've got to have fun as well. That's the whole reason we do the sport. I mean, it's not a professional sport. Doesn't matter how strong you are. Have fun. Enjoy some time with some mates, you know?
Yeah.
That's all you want. We all want to live together. Enjoy that.
Absolutely. So, that's how I'd recommend approaching it if you are looking to compete relatively soon. And, but like, that being said, at the end of the day, as Dylan just mentioned, go in there and just enjoy yourself. Like, there's plenty of people who just get so caught up in this, like, oh, I need to be so strong all the time. And it's like, that's how you keep yourself hurt. And that's how you keep yourself from actually enjoying this, which is the whole point.
And progressing.
Yeah, progressing.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you want to take things slow. You know, we're coming back off of a long stint, take it slow, get back into it, you know, at your own pace, no rush. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, man. Well, that pretty much explains how we'd recommend you approaching meets and approaching long off season after this time off. If you do have any extra questions, chuck them in the comment section below. I'm pointing to it now. It's down there.
It might be over here.
It might be over here.
It's definitely over here.
It's definitely over there. Okay, I'm sorry.
And subscribe button's over there.
Yeah, this is, so press this one, then right down here. And we'll endeavour to answer any of your questions that come through. Enjoy, guys, and we'll see you next week with another episode of JD Strength. So, see you guys.